Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kyle the Game, and I am the newest and third member of RezRootz, if you remember from the last video. And with that being said, as a member of RezRootz, we get to host our own episode. And so, without further ado, we're going to move on to my episode called Tank's Episode. I don't know. Called Tank's Episode. And yes, we are going to get this rolling. So for today, for my episode, I get to have the honor and privilege to have one of our very own freshmen on campus. And today we're going to be interviewing Katy. So yay!
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So Katy, as you said, I am the newest third member of RezRootz. I know I said my name is Kyle, but everyone knows me as Tank, so you can call me Tank as well. So let's keep that going.
All right.
So yeah, we're excited to have you on here. This episode has been a couple weeks into the making. Like I said earlier, I did want to do this episode right after MIT, but everybody was just so tired, and people just wanted to go home, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I just didn't find it appropriate to do it in that time. So here we are 2 weeks after spring break, and we finally get to do this. We finally get to do this episode. So yeah. All right. So if I'm going to be the third member of RezRootz, and if I get to host my own episodes, I want to make it a tradition to start getting whoever I do the episode with, get them their own drinks and get my own drink.
Thank you.
Yes.
My favorite.
So I do want to make this a type of tradition and keep it going. So you got Celsius, I got Dr. Pepper. I don't like Celsius, so it actually physically hurt to buy it. But no. So you got Celsius, I got Dr. Pepper. Let's do this episode.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much how we're going to start this off is pretty much going over your story. So real quick, I believe you can look at the camera if you want, but it would be your name. It would be what year are you in here at IBC, and where are you from?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hi guys. My name is Catherine, but I go by Katy Marker. I'm originally from Ohio, a really small town called Pleasant Hill, and I am a freshman here at IBC.
Nice. All right, cool. So how did you hear about IBC?
Well, I am an appointee with a missions organization called NAME, North American Indigenous Ministries. They're based out of Canada. And when I was during my interview process, I had told them that I wanted to be a counselor, but I still had a ways to go with school and everything for that. And I told them, I said, I'm worried about, costs, and also, I was just not sure where to go for school. And I wanted to make sure that it was a solid program as well. And they told me about IBC. A couple weeks after the interview was over, they had said that they wanted to go ahead and start the process of bringing me onto staff by making me an appointee. And actually, two of their missionaries, the Butlers, their oldest son Josiah was going here at the time.
Oh yes,
as a senior, he was a senior here.
Yep,
and I'm like, I'm like, oh, okay. And I was already feeling a pull to work with the tribes in the Southwest. So it was really neat how the Lord kind of orchestrated all of that. So I came out here for preview days, actually around this time last year, and got to see and explore a little bit of Flagstaff, got to meet some of the students here.
Yeah.
Some of them are still here. Some of them have graduated and moved on, but yeah, so that's how I ended up here.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I do remember you from preview days. It was kind of cool. We're like, oh, nice. We're we finally get some non-native students, and it's kind of cool to see you come back. But yeah, I do like how God reaches people from all over the place and then bring them to a certain area that he wants you to go to, and so it's kind of cool. So next question. Pretty much would be about your testimony. How did you come to know Christ?
So I grew up in a Christian home, so okay. I was surrounded by the gospel all the time.
Right.
But I was 10 years old when I came to know Jesus, and I came to know him in Sunday school. I had experienced a lot of medical problems growing up, and the doctor said I would never be healed from it. And I ended up being healed from that. And I remember the day that we got to get the results back. My mom and I couldn't get out of the hospital fast enough. Like, it was just we were so excited. And then a couple months later, I'm sitting in Sunday school, and some of my friends all of my friends that were sitting in there had been asked, like, hey, has anybody accepted Jesus as their Lord and Savior? Whether all of them that raised their hand really did or not, I can't speak to that. I think maybe a couple of them had, but I was the only one that hadn't raised my hand. Wow. And part of me was like, you know what? Like, I don't know if I have, but I know that I want to follow Jesus. I mean, why would I want to turn away the God who just healed me?
Right.
And I remember my Sunday school teacher, she walked me through the prayer, and I was like thinking to myself, what am I going to do with the reality that Jesus really did rise from the dead? Like, that he really is who he says that he is. And I mean, I'm 10 years old at the time, and I'm like, Lord, the only thing that I know to do is just to give you everything. You saved my life.
Right.
You can do whatever you want with it. And since I gave God a blank check. So, so yeah, I'm like, you know what, Lord, you can take my life and do whatever you want with it. And, yeah, that was how I got saved. That was how I came to know Jesus. And, not long after that, I had a really big hunger to read the word, and especially the Psalms. Like, I couldn't get out of the Psalms.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, just wanting to be wise, not in my own eyes, but wanting to have wisdom according to what God says is wisdom. So just starting that out from an early age. Yeah, that's kind of my journey.
Wow. And you've been a believer ever since, right?
Yeah.
Wow. No, that's really cool. You don't get many stories like from believers starting off when they were young. It's usually like when they're in their teens or early years of adulthood, or when they're like mid-30s, right?
Yeah.
But that's really cool to hear that you knew Christ from ever since you were little, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
I myself, I grew up within the church as well. Both my parents are pastors. Well, they used to be pastors. So I pretty much grew up in that, but in the last video I stated that I didn't get serious with my walk with the Lord until I lost one of my friends in high school. And I started questioning things. I started questioning like there has to be some type of hope out there, and pretty much everything I've looked for, it never worked. The only one that has worked was through Jesus Christ, and I'm like, dang, it's really cool. And I've had my own journey with that, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad you did as well. Yeah. That's really cool, So cool. That's really cool. We get to know about you, get to know a little bit where you're from, who you are, and so moving on to the episode. Well, what this whole thing is supposed to be about is pretty much going over our MIT, and hopefully to get your experience as not only a freshman, but also as a non-native student.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys out there who been watching RezRootz for a while, you guys understand that MIT Missions Immersion Trip is something that we at IBC here do every year. Last year we've gone to Toyah, Colorado, which is right near the Four Corners, so we got to hang out the Ute Reservation. And the year before that, it was over to, I believe it was White Mountain Apache. So students got to go that way and help out people over there. And this year, which is really cool, it was unexpected, but we got to go to a place called Many Farms, Arizona. And Many Farms, Arizona is about smack dab in the middle of the Navajo Nation, and it was so cool and amazing to bring this year's team to that location. And without further ado, I do want to get your answer for this question, which is, what is your first impression of MIT as a whole trip? You know, like what did you think about when you heard that this school does this thing called Ministry Immersion Trip?
I was really excited.
Okay.
I was really excited to have the opportunity to go and see other Native reservations. Like I said, I'm from Ohio. We don't have reservations in Ohio.
Right.
And and even seeing more of the topography of Arizona that we don't have in Ohio. Ohio is, at least where I'm from, very flat. It's very green. It's very pretty, but it's still very flat. But yeah, so I was really looking forward to that. But then I was also looking forward to seeing kind of areas where other natives have come from, like other Navajo, to be more specific. Yeah. I was at first many farms, and we're staying here in Arizona. What? I want to travel.
Yeah, right.
But I'm okay, this is where the Lord has us going. And I'm a farm girl, so I'm I wonder if we'll get to work on a farm. Okay. We didn't, but we did see a few farms in passing. But it was really neat to go out and be able to serve the family that we did.
Yeah. No, that's kind of cool. In the same way, leaders kind of went through the same thing. When we were told that we were going to many farms, go ahead. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So when we were told that we were going to many farms, there was a lot of questioning that came from student leaders. We were why many farms? You know, why there? Why are we talking about this trip, and why are we hyping it up so much that we thought we were gonna go somewhere far? But then we're going to many farms, you know? You know, and in a way, I was telling the pastor there, I was like, we kind of consider this like our backyard, you know, just because, you know, it is on the reservation, but the stuff that we hear about this place, it's really, I guess it's just kind of really lonely place, right? There's no big stores, there's no Walmart, there's no mall out there, you know. So we were why many farms? But I do like how in the middle of the trip, everyone's perspective changed. Yeah. And I'm kind of curious. Did you kind of see that when we did the canvassing?
Yeah, I did. When we came back, it was so neat to see how people's hearts just broke for the Navajo Nation. And I mean, only a handful of us were not Navajo. So, I mean, it was really neat to see some of the Navajo students really just be like, the Navajo Nation actually really needs help.
Yeah.
And and it was just such a neat experience to see people's hearts just change so dramatically, and to see people's hearts get broken, and but also be encouraged. And we ended the night with worship, and it was it was amazing. I'm like, yes, let's go. This is awesome. Just to be with all my brothers and sisters and watch them and listen to them worship the Lord, and me get to join them. And that was the whole point of me wanting to step into Native ministry, was to see that. It's to see God's heart fulfilled in all of the nations, including a nation that's been pretty neglected. Right. So that was really encouraging.
Wow. Yeah, that was something I was really hoping that not only us leaders see it, but hoping that freshmen saw it as well. And it's kind of cool that you did. And I'm really glad that's something that I've been secretly interviewing people around. Like, hey, what was your thought on MIT? You know, and they always bring up that night and how canvassing really just changed everyone's mood. And so that's really cool you saw as well. Yeah. You know, I'm glad. Yeah. So, you know, with the whole trip, really you didn't really see much of behind the scenes of how planning took place, but was I guess moving on to the next question. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. But in what way did you have to rely on the Lord? In like was there a specific time that comes to mind?
I feel like I really had to rely on the Lord because being a non-native, I'm white, so going out there, I was really nervous because I was like, I don't want them to just look at me and see, oh, it's just another white person.
Right.
I didn't know if me being there would like turn people off, and so I had to like really rely on the Lord to be like, he's gonna do something regardless of what I look like and what others around me look like.
Yeah.
I was gonna trust him to work through us, and I saw him work. I mean, I got to spend time with some of the pillar women of the church there too, get to talk with them, and just kind of hear their stories. And I feel like that it was something that they really appreciated. Having, maybe they didn't, I don't know if they were really thinking this, but like to have a non-native be like, man,
right,
I guess is the best way I can put it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense, because I believe, because I would think that they're like, man, like this is just another white person, like they're not gonna understand what I go through. But to see that you kind of understand, and for you to come down to their level, I'm pretty sure that opened up their heart more. And like it's crazy how things like that work out, and we get so scared of our own selves, or but I do like how the Lord can still use that. Yeah. And it sounds like he did, and that's really cool to hear and to see. So was there another time that you probably had to rely on the Lord?
Yeah, I definitely did.
Okay.
I had experienced some spiritual warfare that I can't really discuss.
Okay.
And I remember just needing to take a walk and listen to some music and just let the Lord deal with it. Right. And even like a couple of days afterwards, I was still experiencing just kind of the hurt from it. Okay. And I remember we had gone to Monument Valley, and we were driving around, and I was like fighting tears, kind of wandering off. Yeah. And the Lord was like, go be with your brothers and sisters. And I had to like ask for strength to do it, because I didn't want to be with my brothers and sisters, but he gave me the strength to do so, and I ended up having an amazing time. Oh yeah. It was beautiful. I took tons of pictures, and I sent them back home to family, and my mom's just like, what? Like, that's gorgeous. Yeah. So it ended up being good, and I was able to like just build memories.
But no, yeah, I think everyone, I think it's safe to say that everyone on this trip had some type of encounter with the Lord, and whether it was them to him or him to them, but I think everyone had their own experience, and I'm glad you get to share yours here today, because it does get hard on these trips, and if you decide to stay here as a student, I don't want to say it doesn't get easy, but there are going to be times where you're going to have to rely on the Lord even more. And so since we're talking about MIT, there was a time, I believe on our free day, where we went to not only Monument Valley, but we went to this place called Greasewood, or nearby it's called Indian Wells, and we got to see this old Navajo church. Yeah. What was your like what was going through your mind when we pulled up to the church, and then like seeing everybody inside?
I was like, I wish I understood Navajo because I know a few words and stuff in Navajo now, but I'm like, I don't understand what's being said. I mean, some of the words I did because I knew the songs, but excuse me, I was like, I'm just kind of going with the flow here. But it was really neat to hear the pastor's story.
Oh, yeah.
And to hear and to see everybody's acceptance and like excitement that IBC was here. And getting to just see their faces and to see and how excited they were that IBC is coming to the Navajo Nation and all of that. So that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, IBC has a reputation among a lot of Native churches. So yeah, in a way I kind of felt the same way, like, dang, like these guys know us and they're excited to hear about us, you know. And for me it felt like that church was like home, because that's pretty much what I grew up in, like a church full of a lot of elders, and really it was just straight up Navajo, you know. So very few words in English, but
I thought that was really cool. And I was really excited when Josh was like, all right, IBC, come on up, all of y'all. I'm like, okay. But it was really neat. Like, I got to like introduce myself, and then everybody else got to introduce themselves and what tribe that they were from. But yeah, it was really neat, you know, and to see how excited they were that I could say Yat-e in Navajo. Like, that really made them excited when the Bilaganas on the team were like, yes, we're speaking your language, we're trying to. And they were like, yeah. It was so cool.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I feel like I definitely enjoyed that experience and getting to see their excitement that God is moving and he's using both natives and non-natives together to make that happen.
Right.
His dream happen. So. Yeah.
No, that's really cool. What would be your biggest highlight of the trip in, like, from the moment we left to the moment we got back? What would be your biggest highlight?
Oh, there's so many. I'm like, is it Canyon de Chelly? Is it, you know, just being on the work team that got to like lay the concrete?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a highlight. I was the only girl on the team. Well, I had the one lady, Nesba, at the beginning of the time, and then after lunch, I was the only girl that came back out. And so that was really neat. It was really neat to, not that, you know, to be arrogant or anything, but like to like be the only girl, like actually like being able to do all of that work. And and even like some of the guys pointing out like, Katy, you're the only girl out here. Like, where are all the other girls? Yeah, they're inside. You know. And so that was really neat to do that and to see that, and I love getting my hands dirty. It's the farm girl in me. Like, I love doing that kind of work. Right. So yeah, so that was really neat, and to have, you know, the leaders that I did, you know, out there, my brother's out there with me. It was a lot of fun, and with the team from Payson. So and just to see a project get prepared to have the concrete laid the next day, to see from point A to point B, that was really cool. Oh yeah. And then I think another highlight was Canyon de Chelly. I love hiking, so it was really neat to like just have a group of us to like just go hike and just to get out in nature and to see the ruins at the bottom of the canyon, and to, you know, just have fun. Yeah. So that was really neat. Wow.
No, that's. I think that's pretty much a highlight that almost everyone else had. You know, the work projects and getting to see the landscape, whether it was Canyon de Chelly or Monument Valley. Yeah. So that's cool to hear your side. But to give context to some people who are listening or watching the video, during MIT, we had a couple days where we did work projects, and one of the projects was to help the church and help another church from Payson come in and build a basketball court. And it took them 2 days, which is even more crazy. Mm-hmm. And the night before when we made the teams, we were like, where do we put this kid? Like where do we put Katy? Because we're like everyone's like, I know she can clean, but we're like, she's really enthusiastic. Like, she really wants to work. She really wants to do something. So we're like, where can we put her? so it came to like concrete's the only thing. So we weren't too sure, but I'm glad it worked out, and I'm glad you still had fun. And like that was crazy to see you guys' progress done in that amount of time. And that even with the team from Payson, like, you guys didn't have enough concrete. So then it's crazy how the Lord worked, but there was another team at Many Farms High School who couldn't do their job because of the weather. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden it took some phone calls here and there, and then they came over to the church and finished the rest of it, which was insane. And I'm told it was done for free. So I was like, damn, that's crazy how God works and helping out this place. And it was amazing to hear that story. And I was like sitting there, I was like, that's so cool, man. So you guys got it done. So I'm proud of you guys. And that was really something cool to see. Yeah,
it was really neat to have some fun memories of all of us working, and Joel being like, I'm king of the rock. And we were shoveling out all the gravel. All the movie references coming out and all the things. And I remember the team from Payson, some of them only spoke Spanish or spoke Spanish and English, but he had a thick accent, the one guy. Okay. And they were talking in Spanish, and I spoke a little bit, so I was able to translate a little bit for Kai and Joel and a couple of the other guys. And I remember Kai asking, Katy, what's hombre? And I said, it means man. And they're like, oh, okay. So that was really neat. It was so neat to see how, even though there's such a language barrier, like, we were able to still come together and like work things out and get things done. And it was really neat to have me be there to kind of be somewhat of a translator and intermediary thing. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that when we did our debrief. It's like, damn, that's kind of cool. I didn't know you knew some Spanish. So
I took a little in high school, and then I had to take a semester of it when I was at a community college in Ohio. So yeah.
Cool. Dang. For questions, I can't talk. What advice would you have for someone who is looking into doing ministry for Native Americans, but they don't know where to start because they are non-Native?
Yeah. So I'm probably going to give a little bit of a cliche answer, but honestly, pray.
Right.
Pray for the Lord to bring someone into your life that can help point you in the right direction. Mm-hmm. Obviously, yes, do that, but don't stop there and be like, okay, well, it never happened, so whatever. But yeah, to kind of give a little bit of a backstory of kind of how I began my journey with NAME. I had a ministry job up in Columbus, Ohio, which is our capital city. And I was working with college students. I was basically an event coordinator, so I coordinated different events and stuff. But it was supposed to be a 2-year paid internship. And they ended up cutting the program to a year just because of some changes within the ministry. Okay. And I'm like, okay. But I knew it was the Lord. I knew he was up to something. So, and Native Americans had been on my heart for a while. Okay. Up to that point. And really, especially like within the last, few months of that, since September, have been praying for them consistently. And 5 days after I found out that my ministry position was ending, it was a Monday night.
Oh, dude. So it's right at the beginning of the week.
Yes. I was like, all right. Monday night, I go to my young adult group at my church there, and this guy shows up from Montana.
Okay.
Originally. And I'm like, why are you here? Like, what? And he tells me about name, as I'm, we're getting to know each other and everything. And I said, I have kind of a heart to work with Native Americans, after, this is all happening, because I gave him the whole spiel, what was going on. And he goes, I know a guy. And it was this old Bible college professor.
Oh, okay.
So, and he gave me the guy's information and the name of the organization and everything that he worked with. And homie pieced out before the night was over.
Right.
And I never saw him again.
Oh, man.
So crazy stuff. And the organization checked out and everything. Next thing I know, I'm doing an internship in Saskatchewan. So,
okay, wow.
Yeah. So that summer. So, so yeah, crazy stuff. Granted, everybody's going to have a different path, and we live in a digitalized world and everything is online. So
right.
I would go online and check out different organizations that work specifically with Native Americans and be like, hey, I have a really big heart to work with natives, even though I am non-native. What do you recommend? And then explore and just kind of talk with people that have been doing it for many years. See if you can do like a short-term trip, maybe a couple weeks, 3 weeks. The organization that I work with, NAME, they had me do, I could do up to a year long of an internship, I believe. But I knew that I couldn't do that long, quite at that point. But I wanted to go ahead and explore my options with it. So, but I knew I could give all summer. So right. I went for the summer. I was up in Canada for 7 weeks. Oh, wow. So that's a pretty good splash into Native ministry. And obviously I would also advise you, every tribe's going to be different. Yeah, and I would start with like learning different tribes' histories. I would read different resources. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by D. Brown. I would read One Church, Many Tribes by Richard Twiss. And other various resources that are available on missions to Native Americans. David Brainerd, he was a missionary to the Delaware Indians. So there's not a whole lot that I know about him, but I would like to know more. So, do some research on that, and also really study and learn how to contextualize the gospel where you're at, because if you can't contextualize the gospel where you're at, you're going to have a really hard time doing that in a culture that's very different from yours.
Right.
So that's the advice that I can give right now.
Just spitting bars. That's really good. No, yeah. I think this type of advice would be helpful to someone. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, one thing you did talk about, you do have a heart for Native Americans. Yeah. What were your influences for you to come to that point?
Well, my high school and the entire school, our mascot was Native Americans. We were the Newton Indians. Okay. So I kind of had that, already, and I had already been kind of fascinated with Native Americans because it was so different. But they were so different, and are, but I don't know why, it was just kind of stuck out to me. And then one summer, hadn't been saved very long. There was this public pool that my mom took me to, and there was a little boy that was probably a year or two older than me that was there. And he ended up, I think, being a foster care kid. Okay. But he was half Mexican, half Native. Okay. And I think he was from the Southwest originally, if memory serves me correctly. But just kind of hearing a little bit of his, and kind of hearing the different things that you hear other natives say, like Christians like stealing land and all of that stuff. So, and he was separated from his brother and his parents and all of that. So I could only imagine like the hurt and the pain, but it left such a deep impact on me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So that kind of carried through. And in high school, I heard a little bit more about the history. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this isn't right. Like there has to be a way to make this right. But I was some high school kid. I'm like, what am I going to do about this?
Right.
So, and originally, you know, like kind of similar to what we went through in MIT, like I knew I wanted to go overseas and do missions. And I did eventually after high school. But I'm like, you know, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm supposed to go overseas to work with people in India. And
one day
maybe. And I'm like, all right. So flash forward, you know, yeah, I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm having my intercession time in my room, and the Lord really pressed Native Americans on my heart. He said, I'm not okay with the way things are right now. Like I want more of them in my kingdom.
Right.
And so the Lord really called me into a season of prayer and interceding for them. And I did. And I said, Lord, if you bring natives to me, I'll be faithful with what you give me. And I think there was a couple of natives that I saw, but they were guys. So there was only so much that I could do. I mean, I could, you know, leave cookies out for everybody and, you know, they were included and, you know, be nice, but that was it. I couldn't really develop anything deep. But yeah, and then like I said, you know, my ministry job ended, and yeah, and the rest is history. I ended up getting involved with NAME, did an internship in Saskatchewan in the summer of 24, and then was in Columbus for another year, still working with a Christian school that my church worked for, and applied to join NAME staff and everything, and then they told me about IBC. And I knew that I wanted to work with natives. I said, but I didn't know where. I thought it would be Canada, but I'm like, man, there's other natives everywhere though, in the US and Canada. So I'm like, okay, Lord, where specifically do you want me? And it was just like a step-by-step process of, I'll give you this step, so you go and obey here, and then here's the next step and the next. Dang. So yeah, so that's how I ended up, again, you know, ending up here. You know, the Lord kept highlighting the Southwest and Arizona specifically, and I'm like, but that's the desert. No. But the Lord,
where they are.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. So the Lord had me do a 180 in my heart, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I want to go work with the tribes in the Southwest, at least for a while, and you know, learn how to contextualize the gospel for natives here, and see, you know, is this, you know, is the Southwest where I want to be, or is it, you know, in other tribes in other parts of the US or Canada? So yeah, just letting them lead me step by step.
Nice. Yeah. No, that's really cool to hear how you do still have the heart for Native Americans. Because yeah, I mean, just like during the trip, you know, we were asking like why this place, you know, like why our own people, you know. But after the canvassing, after that worship night we did, and man, it was crazy that night, you know, because I remember we did the Devo, and we didn't know what we were gonna do. So AJ, one of the other students, he gave me the verse, you know, and which was Matthew 13:10. And that one just says, you know, if people don't want to hear your words, kick the dust off your feet, and then, you know, like move on. Yeah. And I was like, no, there has to be something else to that. So I kind of read the whole chapter as we learn here, you know, context. Right. So I read the whole chapter, and I was like, dang, like this is crazy how it lines up to what we're doing now, you know, and how, like, I'm pretty sure when Jesus sent his disciples out the first time, I do wonder if they were like wanting to go somewhere really far, going to other people that they've been mentioning about to each other for quite a while. Yeah. You know, but then Jesus is like, no, he's like, go back to your own people, go back to the lost sheep in the house of Israel. And I was like, damn, like that's crazy how it ties up to what we're doing here today. Yeah. And I'm glad that you got to experience MIT on the Navajo Nation.
Yeah.
And you get the experience here with us here at IBC. You know, and the last question I got here is, are you ready for MIT 2027?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Yes. Hopefully.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, hopefully, like, yeah, I mean, I love many farms, and I'm like, you know what? It would be probably a good idea to go back. But, you know, hopefully we'll get to explore and keep expanding, like, where we get to go. I mean, natives aren't just here. It's great. But the Lord called us first to Jerusalem, then Judea, then Samaria, and then to the ends of the earth. So Navajo Nation is our Judea. Well, flag for us IBC students is our Jerusalem, and then to our Samaria, which is like the southwest region, and then, you know, the ends of the earth, you know, outside of just the southwest.
Right.
So, so yeah, it would be really neat to work with some of the tribes. I mean, that are, still pretty unengaged, or that just are really struggling as well. So that would be really neat to see some of that happen as well. So I'm excited for that. See what the Lord wants to do.
Yeah, the moment we got back, I was excited for it. I was like, I enjoyed this team so much to where I get to see how everyone works with each other, and I'm like, I can't wait to use that for next year's MIT. And you know, I do hear it's gonna be good. I hear it's gonna be crazy, and I'm excited. I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you're planning to stay here for you to see that moment, you know. So yeah, I guess that concludes our episode for this evening. Really, guys, this is an amazing opportunity to hear not only Native students but also non-Native students, and hear how the Lord is still working in their lives. Thank you, Miss Katy, for being on this show. And so we'll give you a nice round of applause.
Thank you so much.
It's just me, but but yes, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for, you know, being honest, being vulnerable, and yeah, we hope to hopefully see you again in some other videos coming up. And so if you're watching or listening to this podcast, just know that we're not done here. We're still going to do what the Lord has called us to do, whether it's as a student or even as, you know, just a child of God, you know.